You know that old saying of hell hath no fury like a woman scorned? Well, that woman scorned happens to be Candace Owens because she's trying to destroy Charlie Kirk's legacy out of pure spite and pure jealousy, as it would seem, for Erika Kirk. I don't know any other reason why. She claims that it's because everyone betrayed Charlie Kirk. That would somehow mean that his beloved wife, the mother of Charlie Kirk's kids, Erika Kirk, is also involved too. And well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, Candace Owens came after Erika Kirk in the last video that she made, which was actually today, believe it or not. And Candace should actually be damn well grateful and thankful that she's not being sued by Turning Point USA. She should be actually thankful and grateful that Turning Point USA offered her to appear at Phoenix, Arizona, at Charlie's studio. They should be grateful they even offered her that invitation. But no, ladies and gentlemen, I was right once again, by the way. I said in yesterday's video that Erika Kirk would more than likely be there. And it appears, according to Blake Neff and even Andrew Colbert, that Erika Kirk was the one that told Blake to issue the video statement and say, we are going to be having a live stream and we're going to be dismantling and debunking every single one of Kenny Owens' claims. So that came from the very top. So I've been saying for quite a while, it's very hard to run Turning Point USA in the background, as it would seem, and not know about all of the attacks and where they're coming from. Because guess where they're coming from the most, ladies and gentlemen? Candy Owens. And only, as it would seem, Candy Owens. She's the one that started this, and she has amplified everything. And all of her minions have followed along, haven't they? The cult of Candy Owens and all of her accusations and her lies. And she wants to gaslight us and say that we're the liars or the Turning Point of the liars. No, Candace, you have not provided a shred of evidence. You've only thrown out accusation after accusation. And now the Turning Point finally decided to respond. You can't even turn up. And ladies and gentlemen, why can't she turn up? Oh, this is actually gold. So Turning Point made the time and the place because Candy said, make the time and the place. And so they did that. And then she complained about how, why can't I join virtually? I can do this from the comfort of my own home. Why can't I do it? Now she's throwing her husband, George Farmer, under the bus and saying that it's his fault because he just can't do the date. So she can't get on a plane herself because her husband is very much part of her team. So she's got to bring him along. I'm sorry, what? Have a watch of this. Hey, everyone, real quick. I just want to let you all know of my brand new business called Kept Natural and my first ever product, Kept Naturals After Sun Care Gel. It's available right now. The link is available in the show description. It's a brand new, first of its kind, all natural and organic After Sun Care Gel. You can use it before, during, and after, and it helps assist your skin in feeling the best it's ever been. And also when it comes to being in the sun or even just having dry skin, this is the product that you need and want. Believe you me, I developed it for people that are struggling with their skincare or just need an added boost of their skincare. And I also designed it specifically to help you guys feel absolutely incredible. Your skin will love you. So get it right now. Link is available in the show description. For the first 20 people that get their hands on this, shipping is free. It's for Australia only. I have to preface this by saying that Australia only at this time, and then hopefully it'll become international. So why wait, my friends? Get yours right now.
If you are saying that on the 15th, Erika Kirk, as you are insinuating that she's going to be there, right? She's directing this thing. Are you implying here that she's going to actually be in the chair and she's willing to allow me to bring things and to go over timelines and stuff? Like, can you make that offer through the proper channels? Can you actually say that, since you now have more details about how it's going to work, and reopen that offer again? There's no way in hell that George can make the 15th work. I just said it. No, he shut it down immediately, and for a very valid reason. And it is not my inclination to go to Phoenix without having my team with me. And my husband is very much a part of my team. But I will say that I will raise it further with the Supreme Court of George Farmer. If you are insinuating, and actually if you can confirm that you are saying that you will allow me, as you said further in this, to bring whatever it is because it would be more authentic if it was face-to-face. If you're saying that I don't have to deal with you and this is actually going to be very open and I can ask every question under the sun, I might beg, I might beg. So I would love to hear from Turning Point USA and stop pretending 24 hours was some demand that had to be met, because that's ridiculous. So ball very much back into your court. And like I said, I want to make this happen. I still think you guys can open it up for a live stream. You're doing that right now. That seems ridiculous as well. Let's make this work for the people.
You might beg the Supreme Court, that being her husband, because according to Candace, her husband has a very much valid reason. The moment he heard the 15th of December, he goes immediately no. So George Farmer, the Supreme Court, is controlling where you go and what you can do, right? Where for months you have been time and time again throwing accusation after accusation, and yet now it's not your fault, Candace. You can't get on the plane by yourself. You've got to have your team with you. You've got to have your team come with you, because you've got to have your moral and whatever support, even though you've got no morals whatsoever. You've got to have your support, your team there to feed you information, to be in your ear, so to speak. You've got to be able to ask Erika, Kirk all the questions with your team there. I don't get it. You can't just show up yourself. Oh, security reasons, safety. My goodness me, what the hell do you think is going to happen? It's Turning Point USA. Charlie Kirk was your supposed best friend, and you are going into his company. But of course, you're claiming that they betrayed him. So why would you do that, right? It doesn't seem like a good thing. I've got to have my team. I mean, honestly, if they really wanted to, if they were really part of it, I don't think it would stop them from taking you out, as well as George and every one of your team members. Your team members are not going to stop them from carrying out whatever they want to carry out, which they're not going to do. Just so you're aware of that. You're going into the belly of the beast, right? In your vernacular. It's crazy to me how this woman operates and works. It's shifty, isn't it? I'll throw my husband under the bus, but if you can tell me, if you can confirm that Erika Kirk's going to be there, I may beg him to give up whatever valid reason, which, by the way, she didn't give. So I wonder. And the sleuths of the internet found out that it's George Farmer's birthday on the 15th. Now, what's interesting to me is, who cares if it's his birthday or not? Who cares? If George Farmer is really the one that is controlling this, really the one that it seems like he's controlling all of this and what Candace Owens does or does not do, keeping in mind that Candace Owens went to Tucker Carlson's Christmas party in Nashville the other night, which means that she must be petrified for her life that France and Israel have hired 2 assassins to take her out. She must be damn well petrified to attend a Christmas party because, well, they can get to anyone they want, right? Even at a Christmas party. But she was seeming like she was really happy at this Christmas party. Have a look at this. Here are some photos from the Christmas party. Believe it or not, she seems very scared, doesn't she? Very scared to be at a Christmas party. So here are the sleuths of the internet. December 15th, 1989. Apparently is George Farmer's date of birth. So let me get this straight. They can't go to Phoenix, Arizona, because their main excuse is, oh, it's George Farmer's birthday. It's Georgie's birthday. We can't go because it's Georgie's birthday. So you can't give the fans what your cult-like dingbats, what they want. And the level of people trying to defend Candace Owens backing out and just saying, you can send a virtual link. Why can't Turning Points just send a virtual link? It's not about that. And by the way, you are a coward, a massive coward, if you're going to stand behind a desk and just rant whatever you want to rant. There is no emotion, at least not much. It is different when you confront someone in person. because there's lots and lots of emotion there. It's heightened, in fact. You can read off a person's body language. You can look at how they're behaving. It is very different in person to that of over a phone or even via Zoom. It'd be like me, for example, doing a live stream and someone asked me a question. That's one layer, okay? Second layer is having them on voice. Third layer is video. Each layer carries a little bit of emotion. Not too much, but just a little bit more. In person is the fourth level. And the fourth level is the most severe, the worst. And Turning Point asked, they offered, we're going to do this regardless of whether or not you show up. They set the terms. And even you, proud as all punch, right? Set the time, set the date. I'll be there. Let's do it tomorrow. But we just can't do it on the one date that you sent. And it's all Turning Point's fault. Why can't they rearrange on my schedule? And everyone's going, well, the anytime, any place is a figure of speech. And one person was saying, oh, I could mean like tomorrow on Mount Everest. You know how crazy and extreme that dingbat sounded? I'm going, you really think Turning Point is like that? They gave her, I don't know how many days. They said, this is what's going to happen. Oh, because they didn't email me. They didn't email Candy. Guys, there's something shifty going on here. What are they up to? They didn't email me directly. I had to find out about this over on X. That's not how you do things. No. You found out about the challenge and what they're going to be doing on X. So what do you think is going to happen after that? They're going to do the exact same thing. Post on X. This is what's happening. This is the time or the place. You either show up or you don't. It's that simple. But not for Candy. Oh, no. She wants it her way. Oh, and by the way, about a day ago, Candy Owens was more than happy to fly to Miami and appear on the Fresh and Fit podcast with Myron Gaines. Here is evidence of that. Intriguing, isn't it? What the hell's going on? So she can more than happily travel to Miami. Seems like France and Israel aren't in Miami, so they don't know where to get her in Miami. But she can't go to Phoenix, Arizona, because the date doesn't align with Georgie's schedule or even her schedule. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse. Bethany Mandel goes, I'm convicted this whole thing is about the fact that she's in love with Charlie and hates Erika for landing what she wanted. It's quite clear. It's quite clear, isn't it? So that girl, Casey, and I mean, watching the reaction from Candy Owens fans has been something else. It really shows the level of stupidity that we have in our world today and how dumb people really are. They go on this very surface level face value. Whatever Candace says, I believe. And I'm not going to do any thinking outside of what Candace says. The ones that actually think beyond what Candace Owens says and go do some critical thinking, which I think we've lost, realize that she's gaslighting, that she is a narcissist, that she provides zero receipts. So therefore, your trust and your credibility goes way down. You can't just make accusations. And then not just that, but like common sense. That's been thrown out the window too. The lack of common sense, the lack of just intelligence as a whole from all of this has been truly profound. I'll say that much. The older millennial goes, here we go. Breaking. We now have evidence Candace Owens' marriage is just a business deal with the gay baron and the children aren't actually his. Oh, you want evidence? Okay, well, tune in to my next show where I will sell you merch and never actually show any proof. But if you don't believe me, it means you've paid $7,000 to disagree with me for the Jews. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's all leads back to the Jews. And if you ask her something, she'll go, I didn't ever claim that. Candy, the internet is forever. Your show is forever. I hate to break it to you, but it's all there. We know exactly what you've been saying. I have been reporting on pretty much everything that you've been saying post Charlie Kirk's death, there's video after video, evidence of what you've been saying and your accusations. And then I have been debunking all of it. And now Turning Point is going to have their go. They're going to be going after you. And you're damn well lucky they aren't suing you. You should count your very lucky stars, woman, because Turning Point could seriously do some damage. But I don't think they're doing that because of Charlie. I don't think, like they said, they didn't respond because you don't give a fool credit. You starve the oxygen out. And they didn't believe that people would be that stupid to believe in what Candace Owens is peddling, but they were wrong. And it's not how Charlie operated. In fact, he would have wanted to stop this immediately. But Turning Point, I think, is doing the right thing because I think Erika's had enough. She's directed the team. She's the boss. So I don't think anything happens outside of Erika knowing about it. But anyway, that girl Casey goes, this is one of the dingbats that I was talking about. I'm just going to say it. Something feels very scripted and predictable with Erika Kirk and Turning Point as a whole. People don't need to go with the Egyptian planes or maroon shirts to see that something doesn't add up. Turning Point USA has a lot to answer for. You reckon? What exactly do they have to answer for exactly? So that's what I mean. It's just very ambiguous, these statements. They've got a lot to answer for. What exactly do they need to answer for? Are they going to answer the public about why Charlie Kirk said that he's going to die young? They've got a lot to answer for about that, according to Candace. And then apparently he said that he was going to die a day before. The public deserves to know that. No, they don't. She is saying something that is untrue, once again. The Egyptian planes, the maroon shirts. Oh, by the way, the maroon shirt thing, that's just another layer in the coffin, right? So she is saying, and same with Project Constitution, they were talking about it today, that, hey, guys, they found a guy in a maroon shirt. He's seen leaving the crime scene, but it's not Tyler Robinson. So Tyler Robinson can't be the killer. Oh, it all makes sense. Oh, piecing it together. But lo and behold, here is the guy in the crowd. Looks. It's just, to me, she's scared. She's afraid. She knows her goose is cooked. And she's reeling at the moment. She responds to Blake Neff by going, you literally said we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream. In person, you dingbat. They do a live stream with people that are there in person, and they wanted you to be there in person, which you were clear your team would be streaming from your studio in Phoenix at a date that had not been decided. You never said, she must be. They did. They specifically said she is welcome to attend in person. But of course, Candy's like making up nonsense. And for the stream, it must respond within 24 hours after we choose a date and time. Regardless of whether or not Candace was going to be there, she should have just gone, yep, I'm definitely going to be there if she's actually serious. You don't make up all these crazy excuses if you are serious. You just go, yep, I'm there. You've given me the date. You give me the time. I'm there. No questions asked. Simple. Frankly, she goes, there was nothing sincere about what you did following that announcement, and you deserve the ratio you're getting. Frankly, nothing has felt sincere about the organization since Charlie passed. Gee, I wonder why that is. Could it be that you're trying to tear it apart? Could it be that you are a woman where hell hath no fury, like you being scorned. I'll finish with this. Candace Owens is finally doing what she wanted to do all along. She's going for the jugular of Turning Point USA. She's now going directly for Erika Kirk instead of hiding behind suggestions and insinuations like she has been for the last 3 months. That's what this whole fake investigation has been about. Candace is just a bitter woman who has been scorned, weaponizing Charlie's death so she can attack everyone she's had anonymity towards for years. Also, just yesterday, she denied pulling up photos of innocent people in the crowd on the day Charlie Kirk was killed. She denied sending her fans to identify and harass those innocent people. She denied accusing those innocent people of anything. But now she once again is doing just that. She's now trying to convince her delusional fans that anyone wearing maroon shirts are most likely part of a military operation conducting assassinations on American citizens, like I was talking about before. Anyone wearing maroon is now part of the conspiracy. And with deranged fans like hers, what could go wrong? Anyway, my friends, this just keeps getting worse and worse, doesn't it? I mean, I saw a video today. She is being interviewed or interviewing Russell Brand, two of them best buds. And the whole conversation was just nuts. Same talking points, no evidence. Russell doesn't have any evidence. And apparently they're saying that it's a very credible death threat. A very credible death threat with no evidence to back up whether or not it is actually credible. I haven't seen any. Russell hasn't said that he's seen any. No one's seen any evidence. Like a major thing, don't you think? Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care of your boys, and I'll see you all in the next video.